This is Howard Paul Shore, and today is Thursday, February the 9th, 2017. We are at a very famous bodega in Mendoza called Chandon, and it's in Lujan de Cuyo, and we're about to take a tour. So just follow me and enjoy it. Thank you very much, and we'll continue the tour.
Okay, shall we begin now?
Okay.
Over here.
Go. Come on.
We will begin with a little bit of the history of Chandon. The first winery of Chandon was opened in France, in the city of Epernay. The name of this first winery was Bodega Chandon. With the years, this was in 1743. With the years, the region of the vineyard was very small for the demand that they had. So what they decided to do was to choose a winemaker to travel around the world and to find vineyards of good quality. This winemaker traveled around the world for 2 years until he arrived here in Mendoza, and here he discovered that the weather conditions for the growing of the grapes were very good. This is because, for example, the days here are very sunny, not today, but they usually are. The nights are very cold, and this weather is also very similar to the weather of France. So that is how he decided to open here the first winery of Chandon out of France, and this was in 1960. Then they opened Chandon in Brazil, in the United States, in Australia, and the last one was in India and China. This was in 2013. Nowadays, there are 6 wineries of Chandon out of France, and one of the only main difference that we will have with the first winery will be just in the name. The only one that is more than Chandon is the winery in France. The rest of the wineries will get the second name, just Chandon. But we have the same method of elaboration and the same type of grapes. We use 2 grapes for all the sparkling wines. These grapes are white grape, Chardonnay, and a red grape that is Pinot Noir. All the sparkling wines are made with these 2 grapes. Okay? We have another grape that is for example, in the case of Chandon Rosé. Chandon Rosé is one of our sparkling wines that has 5% Malbec. Chandon Argentina is the only winery of Chandon allowed to use Malbec in a sparkling wine. Do you know what is the meaning of the word Malbec? It's bad grape. In France, they call it bad grape, bad taste, because there it doesn't produce wines of good qualities. Here, Malbec, after traveling the grape around the world, here in Mendoza, it found its best expression. And that is why we wanted to take advantage of Malbec also for the sparkling wine, not only in the red wine. And also, a little detail. Have you observed the roses in the vineyard, around the vineyard? Have you heard why people plant roses? Exactly. This all began in Spain. One of the kings of Spain, he had vineyards, and his wife told him, the queen, that the vineyard needed more color, just because of the aesthetic. It needs more life. They decided to plant the roses. By chance, they chose a flower, and with the years, they discovered that as the rose is a very delicate flower, it attracts these fungus bacteria. It first goes to the vineyard, and then first to the rose, and then to the vineyard. So now we use it as a kind of an alarm to protect the vineyard. We analyze what kind of disease it has, and we take the necessary measures. Okay, now as it's raining, we will enter to the winery, which is ready too. Okay? By the elevator or by the stairs? Okay, over here. And here, if you want to take a look, we have all the processes for the elaboration of the sparkling wine. The first thing that we have to do is the harvest. The harvest is made usually in the middle of February, beginning of March. This year, the harvest began sooner in the mid of January, okay? This harvest is made only by hand because the skin of the grape that we use in the case of the sparkling wine is more delicate, for example, than the skin of red wine. So we made the harvest only by hand, and we put all the grapes in small boxes of, it will be 10 pounds approximately. They are very small boxes because we should try also not to break the skin of the grape. Have you heard that the skin of the grape is full of yeast? It's a natural yeast. If we, for example, it's a natural yeast that came from the same vineyard. If we break the skin of the grape, the yeast can mix with the juice and it can become with the fermentation. So that is why we try not to break the seeds. We are very soft. We put all the grapes in the box, and then another process that we're going to make is the machine that is called distilling. We put all the grapes in the distilling, and this machine, what it does is to separate each one of the grapes from the stem and from the leaves. So now we will have only the grapes. These grapes will go to the presses, and in the presses we will obtain the juice of the grape. This juice is called must. In the presses we will obtain two different juices. The first one, we put the grapes in the press, and just by gravity, by the same weight of the grape, we will obtain the juice. This juice will be very soft, very easy to drink. It's the juice that we use, for example, in the case of Baron B. Baron B is our premium sparkling wine. Okay? It's a more delicate juice. The second juice that we will obtain, we put the grapes in the press, and now we're making a pressure, but a very soft pressure, less than a pound. This is because we should try not to break the seeds of the grapes. Can you feel, for example, when we drink red wine, the bitter taste, astringency? This bitter taste that we feel came from the tannins, and the tannins came from the seeds. The seeds is full of its bitter taste. So now, in the case of the sparkling wine, we break the seeds, we will liberate this taste, and we will have a greater and a stronger sparkling wine. So we make the pressure very soft, and then when we have the two juices, we can still have part of the stem, part of the leaves, dirt, so we have to clean it. We are going to clean it by the decanting. The decanting is a process that what we do is to put the juice in the tank of the stainless steel, our tank that we have in another section of the winery. This tank, we put the tanks at a temperature of from 10 to 12 degrees. By the temperature and by the gravity, all the sediments will go down to the end of the tank. The decanting lasts 24 hours, and when it finishes, we will find that all the sediments are at the end and the juice is clean, clarified. So now what we do is to move the juice from the tanks to the other section of the winery, and we will put the juice here. So now what we will do in these tanks is to begin with the primary fermentation, because until this moment we have just juice of grape, okay? The primary fermentation, what we do is to put the clean juice in the tank, and now we will also add yeast, but it's not the natural yeast, it's a yeast that came from France, okay? It's made in the laboratory. So we put the yeast, and now we need to raise the temperature of the tank. So can you observe the circles that we have in the tank? In those circles we have pipes with hot water. The hot water raises the temperature at 17-18 degrees. The yeast wake up and start eating all the natural sugar that came from the grapes. It's the natural sugar. When the yeast eats the sugar, it liberates alcohol and gas. Now we will have a little percentage of alcohol. It will be 11 degrees. And the gas, we don't need it right now. So what we do is to take out the small white cap of the tank. We take it out and we connect the tank with the pipes. And all the carbonic gas will go away. So here we make this connection because we don't have any kind of ventilation. Okay? But in the case that we have, for example, the tank in the open air, we can leave the cap open. Okay, the primary fermentation lasts 21 days, and when it finishes, we will have a wine that is called base wine. Did you see in the visitor the small boxes with 3 bottles? That was the base one. It is a white wine because we liberate the gas. It's very dry because the yeast eat all the sugar. But the problem now is that we will have base wine Chardonnay and base wine Pinot Noir because we separate the grapes. So now we have to mix the two varieties by a process that is called assemblage. The assemblage is the most difficult and most important process in the winery. This is because, for example, imagine that we have in one tank Chardonnay, in the other tank Pinot Noir. This will be, for example, grapes from different harvests, a harvest from 2014, 2013, and each harvest has different weather conditions. We can have a harvest with a lot of sun, very dry, another harvest with a lot of rain, a lot of humidity. So, even though the grapes are different, the sparkling wine cannot change. It should always be the same. So the winemaker, what he has to do is to taste each one of the tanks and to form the ideal percentage of Chardonnay Pinot. He only has to taste the sparkling wine, a very difficult task. And it's also a very subjective word because he has a recipe in his mouth. If the winemaker change, he can also change the wine. So, here in Chandon, we have 3 winemakers, and only one of them performs this activity. The name of the work is Cherdika. Cherdika is the guardian of the cellar. When this winemaker finishes with the assemblage, we will have Chardonnay and Pinot Noir together, and now we are ready to do the second fermentation. The second fermentation has two different methods. The method Charmat, that is the fermentation in the tank of stainless steel, and the method champenoise, that is the fermentation in the barrel. The same barrel that we buy in the market, for example. So now we'll explain the method champenoise in the cellar, okay? Any question until this moment as regards to elaboration? No? Okay. Now if you want, we can go over here by the stairs or by the elevator, as you prefer. By the elevator, okay? We shall take the umbrellas here. Okay, so have you heard who was the inventor of the champagne? Maybe you know, you have not heard the name. It was Dom Perignon. Dom Perignon, one of the stories, he was a man from France. He was doing a wine for the mass. He did the wine, left the barrel in the cellar, and one night he began hearing that the barrel exploded. During that time, people began talking that the wine was a diabolic dream, that they can go sit up with the barrel and all kind of stories. But what really happened was that he left too much yeast in the wine. It began a second fermentation, the barrel was full of gas and it exploded. So when he tasted this wine for the first time, he said that he was drinking stars. He loved the sparkling wine, and that is why one of the reasons that we have as the image, the logo of Chandon and a star. Was a very lucky accident. Okay, now inside the cellar, I will explain you the method champenoise. Okay? We will go over here.
I'm sure if the wine exploded if I would attempt tasting it.
So the wine that you make here, you can't call it champagne.
No, we can't because of the denomination of origin. The wine, for example, is just in the region of Champagne, in Spain is Cavas, in Italy Prosecco.
But in Russia, they have like a special designation, right?
I think they have to. Here we just sparkling wine.
It's awful champagne in Russia.
Exactly. I haven't tasted yet. Okay, so here we finish with the assemblage. We have now Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. To begin now with the second fermentation, we need more yeast. It's a different yeast for the primary fermentation. And now we also need more sugar. But it's not natural sugar, it's sugar of cane, refined sugar. Okay?
Does it matter the yeast that you use, the bubbles that you get in the end? Or?
Exactly, yes. It's all calculated because the yeast will give us the gas. So we should have a yeast of quality and a yeast that is prepared to perform the process. That is why, for example, here we don't have natural yeast. We have a little bit in the primary fermentation, but we need more. Okay, the yeast eat again the sugar and liberates more alcohol and more gas. Now we have the level of alcohol that we need, that in the sparkling wine will be from 12 to 13 degrees. And the gas, we don't liberate it right now. We keep the gas in the bottle. The gas, with the time, will produce the bubbles of the sparkling wine and also a pressure from 5 to 6 pounds. That it will put here, for example, the cork, it won't support the pressure and it will explode. That was what happened with Dom Perignon. After Dom Perignon, we learned, thank God, and now we use the cap of steel that supports more the pressure. Okay, the second fermentation also lasts 21 days, and when it finishes, we will have the bubbles inside the bottle, and we will also have a second element that I will show you over here. Okay, now it seems that the wine is clean, but we have like a kind of alien. It's a very dirty sparkling wine. These are the sediments. When the yeast finish its work, it stays here in the bottle and it's oxidized. So the name of this yeast is called yeast. Many years ago, Dom Perignon saw the sparkling wine with this yeast because he didn't know the method to clean it, to take the yeast out. He saw the wine and he also drank the one with the yeast. He was drinking stouts. He loved the sparkling wine. After Dom Perignon, even arrived a woman called Veuve Clicquot. Can you hear about her?
What's her name?
Veuve Clicquot. She was very known during that time.
The other.
Exactly, one of the most known champagne. During that time, she was very known because she didn't want to drink the sparkling wine with the yeast. She began investigating how to take the yeast out, and she invented this machine of wood that is called pupitre. In the pupitre, we're making a process that is called removement. We put the bottle in a horizontal position, and many years ago was made just by hand. One person moved the bottle into one side, then to the other, many times in the same day. That is why they have here the marks to know the movement. They make the movement, and at the same time, they put the bottle in a vertical position. Each day, they put the bottle into a vertical position. This is because we should track that the yeast doesn't stick to the wall of the bottle and at the same time goes down to the neck. So, nowadays, imagine one person moving in this bottle, he becomes crazy. So we use a machine that is called gyro pallet. We put all the bottles in this machine and we make the same process. So when we have all the yeast in the neck of the bottle, what we do is to take up the bottle from here and we put it in another machine to make a debulgement. This machine, what it does is, with a liquid, it freezes the yeast. Now the yeast became a block of ice. This same machine, it froze the yeast, so freeze the yeast. Now it is a block of ice. The same machine put the bottle into a vertical position, take out the cap, and the pressure from the gas will expand the block of yeast. And the wine will be clean.
Does the yeast freeze at a different temperature than the wine?
Exactly, at a different temperature, but we only freeze the yeast. So this expansion will be like a natural reaction of the gas. We will lose the yeast, but now, as we have a lot of pressure from the gas, we will lose yeast and also wine. So we need a liquid to refill the bottle. This liquid is called expedition liquid, and it will have the main difference between all the sparkling wines. So, do you know what is the difference between an extra good sparkling wine, demi-sec, and nature? The difference?
The sweetness, right?
Exactly, the amount of sugar. That will be the difference. So, this liquid will always have sugar and also base wine from the primary fermentation. So, for example, if we have here a good nature, we will have the lowest level of sugar, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. If we have here an extra root, we will have more sugar, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and it will always change. Always will be different. It's the personality of each sparkling wine. After the liquor, we will put out the cork, and the wine goes to conservation as we have the barrels there in the horizontal position. But another important detail of the sparkling wine is that the conservation is not with wood, with oak. It's only with the yeast. This is the conservation of the sparkling wine. And with the yeast, it will gain aromas of bread, butter, milk, those yogurt, the aromas that came from the time of conservation. Okay, and now the sparkling wine is ready. Do you have any question as regards to the process?
So all of your bottles, like you do the second fermentation in bottles.
Exactly. All the bottles, we have only 2 sparkling wines that have the method Charmat, that is the extra root, the anti-devisector.
And I mean the other method where you do the second fermentation in huge.
Exactly.
Is that the second method you're talking about?
We make the second fermentation in the tank of stainless steel, but then we don't have to make this process.
Yeah.
Because when we are embarking the wine, we use a filter. So all the yeast will stay there.
And does it just depend on, like, what's the difference? Like, why would you use the bottles versus?
Okay. The quality of the methods are the same. There are methods of good qualities. The difference will be, for example, if the winemaker wants to obtain a sparkling wine with more fruit, more refreshing, he will perform the method Charmat. But if he wants to obtain a more complex sparkling wine, he will lose the aromas of the fruit and will gain the aromas of the yeast. He will perform this method, the method Champenoise. Our sparkling wine with more time of conservation. Okay, so now we are ready to make the most interesting part of the visit, the taste. To wake up, we will go over here.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Great. Your don't call it champagnes, but your what do you call it again? You don't call it champagnes.
The sparkling wine.
Sparkling wines. Okay. Do they go all over the world, including Canada,
No.
Los Angeles, where I live?
We can only export to countries that already have Chandon.
Okay.
So, for example, he will export mainly to South America, with the exception of Brazil, because in Brazil they also have a Chandon.
Okay.
So, in the States, you will only receive sparkling wine from the winery that we have in Napa Valley and from Bodega Chandon from France, because it's the main winery.
Great. Thank you.
What is the shelf life, or how long can you keep a bottle before it?
A barrel, the time that we advise is to keep it for 2 years. After the 2 years, the wine can improve if you have good care of the wine, or the wine can oxidate. For example, we need a temperature under control, the lights also, very low lights, the noise should be controlled also. And it's the same thing in the case of the red wine. It would be advisable also to have a cellar, but you have a cellar because she had all the yeast in the neck of the bottle, but she didn't know the method to take this out. So what she did was to put the bottle in the snow freeze the yeast. Then she put it very quick in this machine. The hook is very close to the cap. She pressed here, take out the cap, and the pressure from the gas will expel the rest of the yeast. And the wine will be clean. And this was the good protection of the workers during that time. That thank God we didn't use it anymore. But she invented the method of elaboration that we still use.
Okay. Go.
Okay, if we have, for example, the same sparkling wine in other wineries, Chandon, for example, in the case of R&B, it's only here in Argentina, because it is the premium sparkling wine of here in Argentina, was made in memory of our first president. And Also, all these sparkling wines will be different because of the weather conditions, the lounge, the soil. That will be one of the main differences. And each winery of Chandon has its own chef du cab, the winemaker that tastes the wines. So now we will taste the different sparkling wines. The first is Chandon Extra Brut. Chandon Extra Brut is the traditional sparkling wine of the winery. From 1960 until this moment, is one of the most consumed sparkling wine in Chile, and also one of the most exported. He will have 10 grapes of sugar, and the grapes are also Chardonnay Pinot Noir. And the time of conservation is 6 months with the cork and 6 months with the yeast. It's a very short time of conservation.
Is this fine? Yeah. Okay, thanks. So for the crackers.
Okay. In this sparkling one, we will find aromas that came from the fruit. As the time of conservation is very short, we will find aromas very like citrus fruit, more like pineapple, the green apple, pear, also. A very citrus. Okay, shall we taste? Cheers.
Cheers. Here we go.
So what can you feel in the mouth? There are bubbles, very refreshing. There are fruits, also smoothy. It's a sparkling wine very easy to drink, and one of the reasons that it's the most consumed is because we can mix it with any kind of meals. It could be from salads, to cheeses, to red meat, white meat, desserts. You can mix it with any kind of variety. And also this is the method Charmat, the method that we made in the tank. So that is why it's very clear the fruit. Very good. Okay, so why is it very important? I will explain the second sparkling one. Part B is the premier sparkling one. Elaborated directly from the first person. The source was Baron Bertrand Gilles Lucet, was the president from 1960 that when we opened until 1989. And here one of the most interesting thing is that we will find 3 types of grapes, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Malbec, and the time of conservation is longer. We will have 3 years and a half with the yeast, and 6 months with the garden. So it will be 4 years of conservation.
Is this one of your best sellers?
It's a premium sparkling one.
Yeah.
And we don't export it. We make it here in Argentina and it stays only in the country.
Okay. It's really nice.
Okay, and here we will find the aromas that came from the essential fruit. We will find aromas more that came from the red fruits, strawberries, cherries. All the fruits are amazing. All the same to the Malbec. Because here the Malbec has another personality. The spices are Malbec. We will do some extra to capture the Chardonnay, the Gourmet Chardonnay. Then you feel also aroma that is for your food and vanilla. As long as with this sparkling is wonderful. You like it? It's very soft in the mouth. obtain the color because we take out the skin of Pinot Noir, but we leave the skin from And now the last sparkling one is Chandon de Lis. Chandon de Lis is a sparkling one that was elaborated to be made in the summer of the year. It's a sparkling one for the summer. Exactly. And it's also the ice version of Chandon. That is why we changed the design of the glasses and use the cup. Because we need to put the ice and we also can make drinks. We can add a slice of fruit, like grapefruit, cucumber, basil. Taste it. Also, one of the most important things of this is that we have 4 types of grapes. We have Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and we also at the end we add Semillon and Petit Mancin.
I like the way the spuma comes out. It's really nice.
Semillon and Petit Mancin are very similar to Moscatel. Likewise, it's sweet. Okay, in this sparkling wine, the aromas will be more like the citrus fruit but the tropical fruit juice. Aromas of pineapple, banana, peach, also.
It's good with red meat also? It's good with red meat, asado?
More like the dessert now.
Okay.
You like it?
Yes.
Fresh in the mouth, fruit, it's more like fruit. Yeah. And the fruit is really good with the leaves of basil also. Only version.
I just want to say to everybody, thank you very much for watching me. We're still at Bodega Chandon, and today is still Thursday, February the 9th, 2017. I'm Howard Shore in Lujan de Cujo, and I want to thank Anto, and I want to thank Daniel for helping me make this video and for taking pictures of me. And thank you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.